No, I think it says in one of the... no, I think it's in here. Oh, God. Attracted by sweat, quickly swarm. Yeah, here we go. The common method consists of lemon juice. So we need some lemon.
This should prove useful.
Okay. I can give the lemon to Watson. Watson! Have a lemon.
Watson, cover yourself with lemon juice. It will protect you from the mosquito stings.
Just cover yourself with lemon juice.
Do you know any similar trick to avoid the sting of bullets? We likely need it soon.
It's fine. Holmes is bulletproof. Fine. Oh.
There are signs of a struggle here. Perhaps Arnson regained his senses and fought back. Blood, and in large quantities. This bush has been stripped of its lower leaves and slightly uprooted. Someone grabbed hold of the brambles and refused to let go. His adversary, unable to get him down due to the man's tight grasp, must have cut off his hand. I would say his right.
What a horror!
Wait.
Rather, and quite determined.
Why would you cut his hand off? Evidence of a fierce struggle took place in the swamp on the way from Arneson's guarding to the riverbank. The violence of this fight is unmistakable, as someone's right hand was severed at the same place. Why would he cut his hand off? Why didn't he just knock him out? Surely sawing somebody's hand off is harder than just knocking his ass out. Bloody hell. So this Ashmat guy was... what was he doing? Stealing jewels from Arneson? I don't know where the jewels come from. I'm quite confused. It doesn't really say, does it? It just says that... yeah, he make friends with these... yeah, so the Chinese, Indian, and the local tribes and the African... They were the ones who they were taking for sacrificing, weren't they? That's the old Sam's Racks. So Ashmat is, for some reason, working for,
A boat was waiting
Cthulhu.
here. Watson, it seems everything leads to the swamp. How can we get there?
We must find that fisherman, the one at the docks who gave us information. He could help us.
You're quite right, Watson. Besides, it would be wise to visit a young woman.
A young woman?
yeah, Lucy. Lucy!
Run, Watson, run!
As if they're just shooting people.
We outran them, Holmes.
Surely not, Watson. They ceased their chase only when they saw we continued towards the port. Apparently, they have orders to kill intruders only as a last resort.
Is this supposed to reassure me?
I don't know who they're working for. Weird. We need to talk to Lucy. Who's the bird on the boat?
Good evening, my darlings. Come to have a little fun, have you?
Well...
Watson's like,
No,
hey, oh.
madam. We merely wish to speak with one of your boarders about an extremely urgent matter.
Of course you do, darling. How much money you looking to spend?
The matter is, madam, I must protest. It's not what you think. This is extremely urgent and involves nothing questionable.
Oh, sure, I understand. I know all about these urgent matters you fellas have to talk about with the girls. But unless I see the color of your money, you and your urgent matters best keep on moving. At least there are two of you. You can always lend each other a hand.
What did she just say? These Americans have such colourful expressions.
Don't tell Watson, he'll pass out. Oh god, she needs money. Can I give her some flowers instead? Here, have some flowers.
Good evening, my darlings.
Well,
No, madam. We came to give this bouquet to one of your boarders. You know who I'm talking about. We have something very important to say to her.
Arneson grows flowers just for Lucy then. There she is.
Good evening. You brought these flowers? Who are you? What's happened to...
Mr. Arnson? We still do not know exactly what has happened with the gentleman, but we are here to try and find out. Listen to me, miss.
Lucy.
My dear Miss Lucy, my friend and I have come here all the way from England. You may have seen us this morning with the sheriff.
Are you working for him?
No. Actually, we suspect him of obstructing our investigation. Our case has some remote connection with Mr. Arnson, so we went to his home to talk with him. While there, we found evidence he has been abducted and one of his servants had been murdered.
Kidnapped? But why?
I don't know, but time is running out. Please tell us what you know about Mr. Arnson. And, Miss Lucy, omit nothing. Even the most trivial of facts may prove to be of great importance.
He is such a kind man and had promised we would be married this autumn. He arrived in New Orleans about 2 years ago. He's a hunter and was to stay but a few weeks. He was after something in the swamp, Lord knows what. Then we met here. I had just started working, you see. Madam said that she would let me leave only if my debts and worth to her was paid off in full. A few weeks ago, Mr. Arneson, said that he had the solution. Maybe he had the money and was kidnapped by people who wanted it. It would have been a small fortune to most folks round here.
And you know where he could have hidden it?
Oh, I don't care about the money. If it could bring me back Errol, I'd give it away gladly. He showed me a secret room upstairs. He shoots with a gun to open it. He says that nobody else can succeed but a real marksman. Behind the wall is a cupboard with weapons and a little box hidden behind a big rifle. His money is inside. To open the gate of the cupboard, he uses signet ring that he wears on his right hand.
Yeah, that's what we need.
But how can any of this help you? You don't have his ring.
You have been of greater assistance than you may realize, Miss Lucy. If Mr. Arnson is still alive, we shall bring him back to you. Come on, Watson.
He just happened to have his right hand cut off. Shit, son. See you, Lucy.
Now, Watson, let's explore this swamp.
we must find that fisherman, the one at the docks who gave us information. He could help us.
Okay, so back to champagne. And luckily we have champagne for champagne. There you go, mate.
Will this cover the cost of a boat?
It been kept in a bad way. My foot, it warm now for sure. All this'll get you them planks from the wood pile around there.
Really?
And one of your lanterns.
Sold.
What do you expect
Champagne's
to do with this, Holmes?
probably a lot more expensive than the whole raft.
Watson, let's pay a visit to this Arnson.
So I think we can make a ladder. Yeah. There we go. That's what we needed the planks for. Got a lantern. So back to
Would
French
you be
district.
so kind as to explain to me why we are coming back with these wood planks?
We are searching for a signet ring, Watson.
And how do these planks help us find it?
We must recover the hand that wears it, so we must find a way to lure its finder.
But whom are you talking about, Holmes?
the Racoon.
The facts speak for themselves, Watson. The key that unlocks Arnson's cupboard is the signet ring he customarily wears on his right hand. There was the very same severed by one of his kidnappers when the poor man clung to the bush we saw on the way to the bayou. It so happens that raccoons are attracted by carrion and also are quite taken by shiny objects. No doubt
Like
one has made
crows.
off with our missing hand and its ring. I noticed their tracks nearby, and no doubt they have a nest in this area. Find the raccoons, and we find our hand.
As you put it, it seems quite obvious, Holmes.
It's simplicity itself. But now we need to place some bait so the little fellow will come out and take us back to his den.
Oh god, where am I? We need... here we go.
I'm going to set this outside to attract the little devil.
Need the old meat. This one. Where is it? Meat. Here it is. Off you go, you little trash panda. Is that raccoons? Are raccoons trash
There's the
pandas?
nest. It's on the roof above the balcony.
Or am I thinking of something else? Above the balcony. Oh no, it's this way. It's what we need the ladder for. We need to put the ladder here. Can I? There you go. Oofed!
Excuse me, madam. I'm merely passing by with no wish to disturb you, although I'm sure you found Mr. Arnson to be a man of good taste.
That's not morbid. Not morbid at all. Holy shit. They're just gnawing on somebody's bloody hand. So now we have the ring. I know there would be a signet ring to open this. Come on.
What a splendid weapon.
Pick up a fucking
Indeed,
death
it'll be a
weapon.
great advantage in the swamp.
Just to guess we get ambushed by fucking crocodiles.
Here's what we need to buy a boat.
Just keeps all of his money in one area. It's weird. I think that's all we need. Could just leave now. Can I just TP out?
You should have listened to me, Mr. Holmes, and gone back on your boat.
Oh no, it's that guy.
It's the sheriff. Quickly, load the rifle, Holmes.
No, Watson. Forget the gun and see to the ladder. And quickly.
Why don't you just kill him? Be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
No, Watson. Forget the gun.
I know. Going towards the ladder. It's here. And we're going to put it on... Oh god, where is it? There it is.
Let's go, Watson. To the port.
Yeah, screw you, dickhead. Oh, I foiled you again, dumbass. We can go back to Champagne's. Give him the money. God, where is it? There it is.
Have we enough to buy a boat, sir?
For sure.
Excellent. Could you tell us the best way to reach the swamp area nearest to the rich parish?
That's simple enough for any fool. Sail along the River Crook and keep close to the shore.
There is one last service you can do for us. The boat from which we disembarked is scheduled to leave tomorrow for Europe. Could you take a message to the crew for us? We may need for them to hold their departure until 8 o'clock in the morning.
Will do.
And one last thing. How may we identify Old Sam's racks from any others?
Old Sam's racks be marked with blue and white tops.
Now, Watson, let's explore this swamp.
Oh god. Look how creepy this place is. Why would you come to the Plated Swamps at night? So we're looking for blue and white tops, which are the ropes. So there's blue.
Here is the hidden passage near Old Sam's racks. We are on the right course, Watson.
Yeah, this handle is really weirdly. There's another one. Let's follow the blue ropes. That tree is not very healthy.
Nothing of value there, Watson.
I think we're in the wrong way. Oh, you can't just turn. It's like super slow. Oh my god. Can't handle it any slower, Watson. Bloody hell. Oh, here we go. It's another blue one. Oh.
Blood!
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Is that Holy shit!
But what is this horror, Holmes? Where have you taken us?
Near the goal, Watson. Near the goal.
So there's alligators in the water.
Good God! Look in the water! What monsters!
No, Watson. They are crocodiles, and apparently not very accommodating.
I can think of nothing useful. What are we to do, Holmes?
We must find some enticing food to lure them away from here, Watson. Let us think.
Holmes, I fail to see how they feed these creatures, and do not rely on me to dive in.
Well, seeing as there's a tree full of bodies up here, why don't we shoot them?
Bravo, Watson. Here is what will draw these reptiles in that direction and free the passage.
Much better. But let's hurry and get ourselves across before we become their next course.
Can we just leave? Oh yeah, they just vanished. As crocodiles do. A creepy swamp.
Attention, Watson. We arrive. Stand ready.
Here now, this is hardly reassuring.
Someone's living out here in the creepy Cthulhu swamp. There's a fucking statue of Cthulhu over there. Who's that guy?
Watson, see what you can do for this poor man. His servant took a harsh and terrible revenge by letting him go to these wild men. As for the others, I'm afraid we are too late.
That's Arnson. Poor bastard.
I haven't examined everything yet.
Pitiable and blind fools!
Oh.
Are you not aware of the Great One's arrival? Even now, his servants are coming across his kingdom, and the enlightened will give up their flesh to him. All will be present for his awakening. Do not fight the calling! Soon he will end his dreaming, and your world will be swallowed whole. Bow down and give thanks. You are the food of his new world.
So dramatic. Treatment, Watson. Fuck you.
I've got it, Holmes!
Nice. Fuck you, mate. Talking about fucking Cthulhu. You
This sinister
fucking
fool was
hell.
also a cannibal. Bored by seafood, was he?
Holy shit. That is some cynical way of thinking right there. Oh, bored of seafood, is he? Bloody hell. Who was this random dude? Where's this guy's servant? Ashmat or whatever the fuck his name was. Hello, Cthulhu? There's a very cool picture of or statue of Cthulhu. I think we need this broken statue.
What a strange book. I've never seen these idioms before. How perfect. It'll provide welcome diversion during our return voyage.
I think you should be reading that, Holmes. Give me. 𝘨𝘦𝘮𝘦𝘪𝘳. Okay. Can we leave now?
Holmes, help me to carry him to the boat. I really can't say if he will survive the voyage back.
Morning.
By the devil, that'd be Arneson.
Indeed. Do you know someone who can be accommodating and tend to him?
You takes yourselves round and sees that little Lucy what lives on the boat.
I know where Lucy is. Please, help my friends to lift this poor man to the wharf, and I will go find Miss Lucy.
What can we do for you, my pretty one?
Dear madam, could you tell Lucy that we have found Mr. Arnson, and tell her to hurry? This may be her last chance to see him while he still breathes.
Lucy! Lucy! Ah, here you are. This gentleman found your fella.
My God, can it be true?
Sure enough, as he say.
He's a corpse, isn't he? Why did the madam come?
What have they done with you? Oh, my poor love.
It's food for Cthulhu ears.
He has lost his hand and is in deep shock. But with rest and tender care, he has a good chance to survive these injuries.
Oh, thought he was dead.
Madam, please, please.
If I could have a moment, we found this sum of money, which is a large amount and belongs to Mr. Arnson. I think it is fair to entrust it to your care.
Well, this seems all right then.
I will take good care of you. You'll see, my love.
He's just rubbing his fucking hand all over his face.
Arnson's place. There was some disorder left there. If you could be a good man and set things right.
You can count on old Champagne for every little thing. Now that's a fact.
I can see our friend is in good hands. We better hurry, Watson. I see our ship is making ready to leave.
That little joke. He's in good hands. Why would you be reading that fucking cursed book? What's wrong with you? What the hell is he doing? Oh no, see look, he's cursed. The hell are you doing?
Watson, I have told you several times now, I am not to be disturbed.
But Holmes, you have been locked inside your cabin for all of 4 days now. Outside, the sun is simply radiant, and the wind from the sea...
If you approach me, Watson, I will throw you out. Now, leave me.
Blast it all, Holmes! I am bored. I can't take these sailors' conversations for another minute.
We have an understanding, Watson, each to his purpose. I will look to the translation of the book. You are to study the figures written out by our young friend Davy. Now, get on with your task and leave me to mine.
But you know that these enigmas are not my strong point. Wouldn't you have some other task, which is better suited to my skills, Holmes?
Of course. You're a man of letters, after all. So, return to the bridge, take your trusted notebook, and apply your mind to editing this small writing.
Agreed. On what subject?
It is my monograph on the calculated trajectories of gull excretia. Good day, Watson.
Oh, it seems like Holmes is possessed.
I see we have received a message, undoubtedly from my brother Mycroft.
Oh, look at that picture behind. Oh god. Sherlock, you should receive this letter upon your return from the Americas. Your instructions were followed to the letter in Switzerland, and I believe you will find the results satisfying. Several days ago, the Swiss authorities inspected the Black Edelweiss Institute and found evidence of serious breaches of established medical ethics. You're fucking telling me? In total accord with your findings, Dr. Gyjax was found and detained. Unfortunately, before anything could be learnt, he took desperate measures. He had hidden a small but highly lethal dose of potassium cyanide on his person. Before he could be stopped, he swallowed this poison and died immediately. Oh, of course he did. That's no comeuppance for that dickhead. His employees denied any knowledge of the doctor's murderous activities, and the evidence supports this conclusion, that they were merely employees carrying out his orders. But they knew that he was treating the patients like, well, he was mistreating them. Really, they should be, by law, responsible as well. Even if they didn't know he was a murderous cunt, he is still, you know. No trace was found of the Hindi. However, your friend Superintendent Yoga informed me that during the search of an underground level of the institute, his men discovered a blood-splattered well. In its room, there was reported hearing a strange maniacal laughter that appeared to come from the bottom of the same well. The superintendent thinks, as I do, that the sound was shouting of the patients gathered in the hospital square. He theorizes that due to the odd acoustics present, the sound was distorted and appeared to be originating from that foul well. I must say I agree with them completely. His reasoning and mentioned the odd report nearly to appease you of all the facts. What? So the Hindi guy disappeared, and they heard laughing in the well, probably down there, and they just think it's acoustics from the institute. Mention the report of merely a piece of the. You should also know that since its discovery, that dreadful room has been condemned and permanently sealed. Although most of Dr. Geidrick's documents were destroyed before the arrival of the Swiss police, a number of accounting references survived. These were adequate to trace a series of suspicious transactions. Even the famed confidentiality of the Swiss banks has their limits. What I learnt through seamlessly seemingly fantastic is quite probable. It seems that Dr. Geidrick had laid his hands on a godly portion, if not the entirety, of Lord Rochester's lost treasure. Where the fuck's Lord Rochester? You may recall the story that Lord Rochester, the infamous London billionaire, married an American woman. They had but one child, a lad named Archibald. After the boy completed his education and achieved his majority, he travelled east to take charge of his father's interests. In addition to his holdings in England, Lord Rochester also held a number of jewel mines in India. At the end of 2 years, Archibald had accumulated a fortune in gemstones, all of the highest quality. The best of these were placed in the chest which he took with him on a ship bound for England. Then his fortunes turned. Neither him nor his gems ever saw land, as a dreadful storm sank the ship near the Indian coast. Only a few of the ships crew survived. The bodies of the rest were pulled from the sea, which one notable exception. Not a trace found of either Archibald or the famed chest. Oh. The tragedy took a far greater toll. Lord Rochester was devastated by the news and died soon after. Grief-stricken, Lady Rochester returned to her family's home in Boston. She herself died not long ago. What was once a noble family is now gone. Wow, so what happened to Archibald Rochester then? Like a murder mystery. What you may not know is that Archibald Rochester had the stones carefully documented and inventoried before he boarded the ship. I was fortunate to see these very documents recently. Comparing the particulars, I can say with utmost confidence that some of these stones, presumably at the bottom of the Indian Ocean abyss. Wait. Some of these same stones, presumably at the bottom of the ocean, have astonishingly surfaced in the middle of the Swiss Alps. I was unsuccessful in undiscovering exactly what facts led Amos Colby, the Northwood Agency operative in the area, or to the area, sorry. But you may know more about this subject than I am privy to. So for some reason, Geidrick's got his hand on shit tons of gems that were Archibald's. It's weird. Huh. I wonder if Archibald Rochester was killed, ship was sunk, and his gems were just taken that way. Because how did they turn up in the Swiss Alps? All the way from the Indian Ocean.
Strange. Here, read this, Watson.
It's weird.
Indeed, but the possession of such a treasure is an end in itself. Why the devil go through with such an elaborate masquerade?
Money is often the motive of the basest acts, but not in this case. These are deep waters indeed, Watson. These people follow some other dark purpose, so desperate that it justifies any sacrifice and great risk.
You frighten me, Holmes.
Good.
I know. Sometimes I frighten myself. Enough of idle speculations, Watson. I asked you to study the figures drawn by young Davy. No doubt they are some cipher. What do you make of them?
Oh, God. I know that the coordinates for a map, so
Your intentions are good, my dear Wat.
I can't just put map. I mean, it makes sense that the coordinates for a map because of the finger here, but they're too long, aren't they? I think you need to type out the correct answer, which is all in numbers.